Okay. So I feel like honestly I should have not should have. I think I'm gonna go ahead and explain this shit to y'all real quick. So earlier, like early March, right? Because this conversation happened at first happened. This is like the second time they reached out to me or whatever, right? First time they told me they were interested, and the second time I decided to put my face out there, right? So I got the email. They said we want to do a meeting, this, then, the third. So I was like, okay, I can set up a time. I set up a time, a place, whatever. I wasn't willing to travel for it because I didn't want to go out there for nothing. So I felt like it was more comfortable to go ahead and say, fuck it, I'm gonna just Zoom call y'all, stuff like that. No issue, right? Now, so I had this meeting on Zoom about 4:30, and I spoke with some lady named Sarah Anderson who she works under Rachel Howard of who, if you guys don't know, you can look her up. She's the A&R director for Warner Brothers. So she spoke to me and she was like, well, I can connect you to her directly, or we can speak thoroughly and I can get, or whatever have you. And it really, for me, I was like, straight up, I just want to talk to her. Like, if I gotta go through you, that's one thing. But going through you is not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to, and I told her, ma'am, I'm not trying to disrespect you or nothing like that. Like, what I'm here for is a conversation with the person that wants to put me out there. And if you're going to benefit me in that aspiration, then I will take care of that. I will jump into that idea. So did a three-way Zoom call or whatever have you. And quote, we're willing to commit to you as an artist. So she asked me, have I heard of Warner Brothers? The basic shit. Like, it's basically a job interview in a sense, if you will. Because even if it is a record label or not, this is like, they still gotta figure out they gotta figure out how they can make money off of you. Okay. So it's like, we're willing to sign you for $600K. Okay. And she started to express that, there are certain things in that we've been aware of in terms of you as an artist. We understand that there are certain things that you demand from us, and we want to make you as comfortable as possible. And I said, making me comfortable as possible is not the ideal. You want this business acquisition, and I'm trying to make it comfortable for myself, right? So about 20 minutes into this conversation, she decides, like, you told me that you want to have your own section, you want to have your own artist to benefit off of you, this, that, and the third. And I was like, that's true, but like I said, if you're gonna give me 600K, right? So I broke the math down to her. If you give me 600K, and currently there are 5 people under me, that means I would have to split my money. I would have to split eat all of that down 5 ways, right? So it's 6 people in this case. That means everybody would get $100,000. Because me, I was looking at it like this, because I even told Prince Dre the same thing, and I was like, if I get this, they said they're gonna give me 20% and a 3-album deal, right? But I told them I don't want you to take control of my already released catalog, right? Meaning, my catalog currently, I don't want that re-released. I don't want to re-release it. I don't want it to be under y'all. And she kind of got defensive about it. She said, well, if you are willing to sign with us, then you have to understand your catalog will then become a social property but at the same time, it will become a Warner Brothers perspective. They are looking at it as, if you sign with us, anything in your catalog, released or unreleased, will be a product of ours. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, I'm gonna explain it to you. It's basically like, regardless if you released this shit before you got signed, or you did it after you got signed, right? They'll have control of your IP, which is short for intellectual property. And I said, I'm not okay with that, because if you're gonna tell me that I gotta pay, if you're only gonna sign me for $600K, and then you're gonna tell me you want to try and get me with bigger artists and stuff like that, which, again, I'm not against that shit, but I'm also against that shit, because I'm not trying to spend, like, don't get me wrong, no disrespect to any of these artists or nothing like that, but I'm not about to spend half my signing bonus. I'm not about to blow my whole signing bonus simply because, motherfuckers say, yeah, you can get on the song with such and such and such and such. I'm like, no, I don't want to get on a song with such and such. It's not about it's not about getting a song with a bigger artist, because respectfully, even if you do got a name with a big artist, it does not mean you're going to get licks. It doesn't mean you're going to get views. It doesn't mean you're going to get radio play. It does not mean that. You're not going to get that. This is not the era of SoundCloud no more. And I told them specifically, like, I wanted to sign on as a producer. I did not say I want to be an artist on y'all side. Artist in general is a producer, and an artist are two different things. You need to understand that. So I said, at minimum, if you're going to do that, if you're going to tell me if you're going to tell me to pay y'all 20% per artist, okay, 20% per artist. Right now, see, this is where it gets funny. Like I said, it's 6 of us on DOC. Me, No Good, Dre. Well, I take that back, actually. Yeah, it's me, No Good, Dre, Miles. Like, it's 4 of us now. I just thought about it. It's 4 of us. So it's like, you're gonna take 60% of my earnings, not counting me. That's 100% of my earnings. If you add me into the mix, that's 5 artists that you're taking 20. That's 5 artists you're taking 20% off. Like, I wasn't disrespectful about this shit. I was more like, and I was like, so look, I know I've been in this industry. I've been in this situation many times. The last conversation I had was with Interscope. They said no. And I was like, I know where this is about to go. And again, I told them specifically, like, if I want my own shit, that means you got to grant me my own shit, which means if I want to take my artist to the studio, I want to take my artist to the studio. If I want my artist to come on tour with me, I want my artist to come on tour with me. And that's totally fine. She respected that. Like, I was talking to my cousin or whatever, and he's like, and I told him about the deal. He was like, if you take the deal, look at it like this: we'll get bigger streams, but at the same time, he was like, they'll probably be selective about who you want to do a song with. Like, okay, for example, now everybody on my side is equal. We all have different opinions, right? My cousin Miles said he would love to do a song. He would know he would fuck up a song with Young Boy. I said, that's fine. I'm not gonna chastise him for wanting to do a song with NBA Young Boy. Just like he wouldn't chastise me if I said I want to do a song with Dirk. Or Fredo, for that matter. So in my book, it's like, I know they're going to try to push the ideal. Like, they don't want, like, now, for example, you got labels calling out, sitting there saying they don't want one artist to work with another artist. They got to clear this and clear that. Like y'all ever understand the industry like this? And she said this to me, and this is where I caught her this is where I caught her off. She sat there and said, there are rules and regulations to what we are asking you. And she was like, if you do agree, the contract will, you can read the contract for yourself. I'm not trying, like, what contract we talking about? Because not counting me, it looks like you're taking 40% of my earnings, which, if you think about it, and you take that from 600K, and she did not like that. She did not like the idea that I said what I said to her. So, and I told her directly. So I was like, if you take me for 600K, right? And that's not a big issue. And it's not a little issue either. But my whole thing with it was, like, why would you try to take more from me than just giving me the equivalence of, like, I didn't get it. Like, okay. And I was like, okay, so and I even pulled up my calculator for her. So I told her straight up, like, if you tell me you're charging 20%, you're gonna charge me 20% per artist, right? That's 4 people. That's 60%. That means each of my artists is gonna cost me $30,000. $30,000 each. Right? So mind you, 4 people. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it like this. Hold on a second. Let me So hold on. So mind you, 4 artists, that's 60% each. They basically gonna charge me $1 million for a 3-album deal, right? And she was like, well, if you do have faith in your craft, then I'm sure you can accumulate the revenue that you need and deserve. Or you can choose not to and build upon your own brand until you decide that you are ready to, until you're ready to move on. And I said, but y'all only got me on for a 3-album deal. And that includes mixtapes. So, like, again, the industry, like, I was so pissed that she even said that. So I was like, you're going to charge me 20%, you're going to charge me for each of my artists. That's 60% right there. So mind you, you're going to sign me for 600K. Then you're going to charge me 60. So mind you, it's March 23rd, 2023, right? This conversation happened on the 17th. They said they was going to email me or call me directly back. I gave them my personal number and everything. It's the 23rd. Ain't called me back in almost a week. So I told them. And again, this is the hustle that they don't want you to see as a label. If I told you, I will sell you my entire artist catalog, which in consequence, 11 mixtapes, 4 EPs, 7 studio albums, and 2 deluxe albums, with another studio album on the way in June. And you don't want that for $850K, and you still want to charge me like, See, I'm not going to go on this tangent where don't sign to them, don't sign to them, don't sign to them. No, it's not going to be signed to don't sign to that label or this label. It's not going to be none of that. I'm speaking on myself. Because if you was going to pass me a deal when I know for a fact I was not gonna go in this without my niggas at all. None. Mm-mm. I was not gonna go into this acquisition without my niggas at all. You think I'm gonna sell my niggas? You think I'm gonna sell my niggas? To quote the Django Unchained movie, not my niggas. You're not selling. You're not getting my niggas. Not the niggas. These ain't the niggas I'm selling to you. It's that simple. 850K. And you talking about you don't want a catalog of 11 mixtapes, 4 EPs, 7 albums, and 2 deluxe albums with 1 more on the way? Instead, you want me to be like these SoundCloud rappers. You want me to be in everybody's fucking mouth and all this other shit and doing some dumbass shit with face tats and all type of bum ass shit like that. No. No. I got a son and a daughter on the way. I'm not fucking around with y'all. They asked me why did I want the AR's assistant even want to ask me, why did you not want to just have a face-to-face meeting? And I'm like, why would I fly all the way out there to y'all? Why would I fly all the way out there to y'all? Why? Why would I? It's not even about flying. It's not like I don't have the money for that. It's the fact, why would I travel to y'all? Why would I travel to y'all only for y'all to come at me with a bullshit deal like this? You gonna sign me for 600 for a 3-album case? So what, you think you just gonna shelve me the next time a motherfucker come around? You think I'm gonna let you niggas shelve me? No, because every other fucking week I'm coming out with a new beat. Every other fucking week I'm coming out with a new visualizer. I'm not fucking with y'all. No, I'm not. No. I was like, this is not what business is. And Miss Rachel respectfully said this, said, and I quote, don't take this the wrong way, but specifically said, in this business, you have to learn to make sacrifices. And I'm like, that's not something I'm not familiar with. That's something I am familiar with. I understand that. But what I told them both is, what you're telling me is that you think I'm trying to convince you to sign 6 other motherfuckers. You think I'm trying to get you to sign 5, 6 other motherfuckers. That's not happening. I'm not telling you to sign 6, 7, 8, 9 motherfuckers. I'm telling you to sign me. And let me have the creative control that you have repeatedly said to me to have control of what my niggas do. And let them do what they want, put money in my pocket, their pockets, and effectively your pockets. Case in fucking point. It's not an argument. This is business. Well, we do want to invest in you. That's what we want you to understand. I don't care what you want to invest in. If you want to invest in me, then you need to invest in my ideals. Don't invest in what's beneficial for you for a minute versus what could be beneficial for 5 years. You talking 3 albums. That means I'll drop an album every fucking 3 albums. Drop an album every 2 years. That means the amount of time that I spend bringing the project together, you guys will get ready to shelve me by the 2nd album. And if my numbers ain't good for the 1st album, you'll consider dropping me, which means I got to come back harder and try to get the 2nd album to do better. And if that one don't do it, you'll drop me out my contract before the 3rd album even gets promoted or even spoke on, for that matter. So I was like, I will respectfully, and I'm not backing down from what y'all are saying, but understand this. If you want me, my catalog is for sale for $850,000. Bottom line. Bottom line. It's not about me. My cousin got a daughter. No Good got sons. Nigga, we not out here trying to fuck around with y'all. No, we want to make sure our kids eat. We ain't doing this shit for y'all entertainment. Ain't no motherfucking circus. I've been in this industry long enough. Why the fuck y'all motherfuckers was trying to blackball Juice WRLD? Y'all was trying to backdoor fucking shit. Artists that don't want to sign in general. You motherfuckers is backdooring them, trying to get them shelved, trying to pull their videos off of YouTube unless they are part of the search engine. And I even respectfully mentioned, and I was like, Triple X been dead 5 years, and his unreleased catalog is about the same as his current discography. And yet his label has not put nothing out since he's been dead. He put out one song in 2023, and it was immediately deleted. They talking about some, yeah, that was a sad scenario. I'm glad that I hope and pray his mother and father get the justice they deserve. And I'm like, bro, it's not even about justice. It's the concept, like, eventually his money is going to stop coming. Yeah, we're in the digital age or whatever, but look how many artists have come in the last 5 years. X has been dead. Look at how many artists have come in the last 6 years. Lil Peep has been dead. In the last 4 years, Juice WRLD has been dead. Like, you don't get it. It's about promotion. It's about adequacy. I mean, it's about advocacy. Be an advocate for what I'm offering you. Not try to sit here and shoot me a deal, but then turn around and be prepared to stab me in my back. And she respected that. She was like, I understand your grievances. And she was like, I'll tell you what, we'll give you a call and we'll let you know what we have on the table. And I was like, that's fine. It's the fucking 23rd of fucking, it's the fucking 23rd of fucking March. It's the fucking 23rd of March. The month practically over. You know? So it's like, I mean, I understand y'all are busy. I'm not judging. I'm not commenting or anything like that. I reached out to them already. Like, it's been a couple of days. Like, what's happening? Y'all not taking creativity from me. No, ma'am. But I want y'all to understand, like, this experience in general is exactly why being signed is not what it is. It's not what it's for. These motherfuckers treat us like dogs, treat us like pets. This basically the slave trade, but with fancy suits. Like, no. I'm not finna sell my niggas. I'm not finna sell my niggas out, y'all. No. You come at me like a fucking man. Respectfully.